Welcome, art lovers. This is episode number 8 of The Art of Gary Springer. Today, I wanted to talk to you about Martin Luther King and Barbara Jordan in honor of Black History Month. I learned about Martin Luther King as a small child. I found a notebook that I had from over 50 years ago. You can see it right here. PS 104, Far Rockaway, 1970. So that's over 50 years. Um, in that class, we learned about Martin Luther King, and we were told that a king had been killed, and that's how we understood it. And we understood and were explained about how he stood for civil rights and tried to help people. And so here's some information that my first grade teacher had given us for school, and we were supposed to write 2 sentences at the bottom. And it says, write 2 sentences telling what Martin Luther King did to help his people. And I wrote, he helped people to sit where they wanted to on the bus, and he helped his people to get laws changed so they could use restaurants and bathrooms. So, in honor of Martin Luther King, I did this painting. And this is available on my website at gary-springer.pixels.com. The original has already sold, but there are prints and other products available. Another painting that I did for Black History Month is Barbara Jordan. And Barbara Jordan was special to me because I worked with her at the LBJ School of Public Affairs at UT Austin in the early 1990s. Barbara was a really interesting woman, another person that really helped with civil rights. And she was a fascinating person. The first day I met her, she had already been disabled. She was in a wheelchair, and I recognized her, of course, right away. And I said, hello, Barbara. And she said, hello there. And her assistant, Sharon, was pushing her down the hall, and I overheard her say, who was that young man? And I got a real kick out of it. My job was at the LBJ school. Part of my job was to help people get into her course, and she taught a course on political science. And I'd get calls all the time that people wanted to join her class, but they had a lottery, so very few people were actually allowed. But it's an honor to have this portrait of her and in memory of her. She was an amazing woman. Part of the Senate, Texas Senate, and a very eloquent speaker. If you ever have an opportunity, if you've never seen her speak before, YouTube her. She just spoke beautifully and had a lot to say and was a big proponent of civil rights. Well, thank you. Please check out my website, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.